The game is 8-ball. The match is a race to 8 wins. We're playing all ball fouls resulting in cue ball in hand anywhere on the table. If the ball is not obvious, you must call the ball in pocket, and you must always call the 8-ball. An 8 on the break is a win, and any time you scratch on the 8, it is loss of game. Are there any questions? Shake hand, gentlemen, and leg for break.
The adrenaline is flowing. The shriek of joy.
Oh, no.
This shot reasonably straightforward with the cue ball right behind the 6, but as he's got that angle to it, makes it a lot harder for a player to see the angle and judge it just right.
Especially playing it left-handed.
What a shot.
They call him a magician. That was a rare old trick.
Magandang umaga mga kabilyard. Nagsimula na nga itong laban ni Efren Bata Reyes versus dito kay Rodney Morris. Ginanap ito noong 2006. Ang laban na ito ay IPT World 8-Ball Open Championship. At ang mananalo sa championship match na ito ay mag-uwi ng $500,000.
And it was almost a decade ago to the week when Morris beat Reyes to win the 1996 US Open in Virginia.
Well, yeah.
I got that out of my system.
He's happy about that. He's up and running.
That ball out of my system. Thank you.
Mataas ang kumpiyansa ni Rodney Morris sa kanyang sarili para talunin si Efren Bata Reyes sa major event na ito. At makikita natin dito talagang pinapataas ni Rodney Morris ang kanyang confidence para matanggal yung nervyos, no? Samantalang si Efren Reyes naman ay nakafocus lang sa kanilang laban.
So now I have to shoot this 5 ball here. So I have to shoot the 5. I have to shoot that. I shoot the 4 now. 4 on the side. 4 on the side.
Likes to chat to himself, likes to G himself up.
Makikita natin dito na si Rodney Morris ay nasa 32 years old lamang sa panahon na ito nung makalaban niya si Efren Bata Reyes. Samantalang si Bata Reyes naman ay nasa 52 years old na siya. Kaya makikita natin dito yung agwat ng dalawa na ito. Isang bata pa sa billiard, no? At napakagaling, mahusay, pool master na sa ganyang edad. Ang kalaban niya naman isang veteran na si Efren Bata Reyes sa panahon na ito. Tingnan natin kung sinong mananalo sa dalawang pool master versus dito sa veteran and the magician na ating pambato na si Efren Bata Reyes.
To the final tonight, winning his first 4 out of 4 matches yesterday to be the first player through to the final. Efren Reyes had to wait a bit longer. Only winning 3 out of 5 and going through on a percentage of racks won and lost.
Tinalo ni Rodney Morris si Efren Bata Reyes noong nakaraan taon lamang sa panahon na ito. 2005, natalo niya si Efren Bata Reyes sa isa semi-final round sa WPA World 9-Ball Championship. Kaya makikita natin napakataas ng confidence dito ni Rodney Morris na kaya niyang talunin itong si Efren Bata Reyes.
He's got the orange 5 into the top right. Good shot though. Use the width of the pocket.
6 in the corner.
Yes, that's one of the misconceptions about pool in comparison with snooker. People say the pockets are quite generous. Obviously that is the case. But the key to pool is using all of the pocket for position. And that's what the top players do.
2 on the side. Corner.
Yes, it really was a much better shot than probably it looked. Using all the width of the pocket And now a simple finish for him in the first rack.
8 ball, side pocket.
The adrenaline is flowing. The shriek of joy.
Panalo sa first rack itong si Rodney Morris at napakataas ng kanyang confidence para talunin si Efren Bata Reyes. Ang kanilang match ay race to 8 at ang kanilang rule sa pagbe-breaking, winner's break. Kaya si Rodney Morris ang magbe-break dito sa rack number 2.
Embassy World Snooker Championship. On the current exchange rate, Morris 7 racks away from picking up £277,000. Early days, though.
I wonder if he'll get that presented in a briefcase as well, Phil. We saw Torsten Homer win the first event, the North American 8-Ball Open Championship. And Kevin Trudeau, the founder, walked out with a briefcase.
A very dry break din dito sa rack number 2 para dito kay Rodney Morris, no? Kaya ito, back to table na si Efren Bata Reyes para sa rack number 2. Makikita natin medyo mahirap itong posisyon ng cue ball, no? At nakadikit, nagkaroon ng cluster ball kasama ang cue ball. Pero tingnan natin kung paano magawa ng paraan ni Efren Bata Reyes itong tira na ito.
And Britain's Raj Hundal.
1 ball, corner.
Yes, I'm sure.
Makikita natin napakaraming dumalo talaga dito sa championship match na ito ni Efren Bata Reyes versus Rodney Morris. At ginanap ito sa United States of America, dyan sa Reno, Nevada.
And went out in 4th place out of the 5-man group. Incidentally, Robert McKenna, also from the UK, played in that group and also went out at that stage, finishing 5th.
Five ball, corner.
Steve Davis is considered something of a wonder by playing top-level snooker still at the age of 49. Reyes, 52, and still as good as ever. And it's not just playing this game that takes its toll, it's also jetting all over the globe. A very international tour, this. He's won in Asia already this year. He came here direct from winning the World Cup of Pool. Playing alongside Francisco Bustamante, he gave the Philippines the trophy. That event was in Newport in Wales. And who should they beat in the final? America. 13-5. The Americans represented by Earl Strickland and Reyes' opponent here today, Rodney Morris.
Yeah, tricky little shot. Reyes made it look fairly straightforward. Just punching the cue ball out to leave himself the 3 down the rail. That looks about perfect. Just a nice little angle, just a bit of topspin on the cue ball. That's all he needs to leave himself what should be a straight 8 ball. Just making sure that stripe, brown stripe, won't get in his way. If he thinks it will, he might play a gentle stun shot, but looks pretty straightforward from here. Taking his time though. Wants to make sure he clears from here and gets back on level terms with the break, of course.
The collision with
Last ball si Reyes dito sa rack number 2 at ito nga, naipasok niya itong 8 ball at nakabawi siya dito sa rack number 2. Tablang yung score natin, all 1 at makita natin si Efren Bata Reyes ang magbe-break sa rack number 3 dahil siya yung nanalo dito sa rack. So si Reyes ang magbe-break sa rack number 3. Tingnan natin kung makagawa ng paraan si Reyes at manalo dito sa rack number 3.
Told you, this table's so dead. This table's like dead.
Well, a pretty poor break.
Pangalawang dry break na yan ni Efren Bata Reyes, no? Yung unang break niya at itong pangalawang break. Parehong walang pumasok at makita natin dito. Open na ang table dito kay Rodney Morris. Pwede siyang pumili ng mas magandang set of ball at malamang piliin niya dito yung solid ball sa itaas. Tingnan natin kung anong diskarte ni Rodney Reyes dito sa rack number 3.
You want to see them going in off the break. But Reyes is, I said this earlier on in the tournament, he's not that well known for his good breaking capabilities really, and that's the same at 9-ball. However, it didn't stop him from winning the 9-ball World Championships. And it also hasn't stopped him from getting to the final tonight. Rodney Morris, I think, has got much better break and run-out statistics throughout this event. However, what does it really mean when it gets to the final?
Took up the game seriously, did Rodney Morris, at the age of 17. Soon he left Hawaii with the aim of becoming top dog.
7 to the side. 7 to the side.
Won that 96 US Open, but then took a 4-year hiatus from the game, but returned to win the Reno Open just down the road, in fact, at the Sands Regency Hotel and Casino in 2001. He's lifted that trophy twice. He's also been the World Pool League champion in Poland in 2003, the UPA Players Champion, a variety of other titles. But I think the thing he's most proud of, at the 2004 Moscone Cup, the annual battle between America and Europe, he played 5 matches, he won all 5, and not surprisingly, he received the Most Valuable Player Award, as America prevailed.
Three in the corner.
No problems. Knocking the 3 into the center pocket.
Mukhang pipinahin ni Rodney Morris itong 5 sa corner pocket, no? At yun, medyo makapal ang tira na yan ni Rodney Morris, kaya nag-mintis siya at nagkaroon ng chance si Efren Reyes para bumalik dito sa rack number 3. At open ang table kay Reyes ngayon. Malaking pagkakamali ito ni Rodney Morris at pwedeng umabante ng 1 puntos itong si Reyes dahil maganda ang kalat ng bola dito sa rack number 3. Medyo disappointed dyan talaga si Rodney Morris, pero tingnan natin kung ma-run out ni Reyes itong rack number 3.
As you can see, the cue will finish just about perfect as well. He would have knocked the 1 down the rail and had the 6. So really, he should be breaking it 2-1 up now. But instead, he's left Reyes with no problems with the stripes. Nice first shots, making sure he got the cue ball back out centrally on the table. A nice punch stun shot.
Going back on that theme of players in the audience, just spied some more. Sweden's Marcus Schimat sitting over the top of where Efren Reyes is sitting when he's not at the table. You've got Francisco Bustamante and another former world 9-ball champion, Alex Pagulayan. Expert eyes trained on this most intense of matches. Underwent eye surgery last year. That proved a roaring success. And what a record he's put together already in this IPT. Won the King of the Hill event in Orlando last December, beating Mike Sigel in the final. $200,000 the prize there. And he was fourth in the North American Open in Las Vegas in July, banking another $65,000. Sir Roxton, by my reckoning, if he can reach 8 today.
At ito na nga, maganda yung ball position dito ni Efren Reyes, no? Mukhang makaka-run out nga dito si Reyes, at ito tutok siya dito sa ball number 10 sa corner pocket para makakuha ng ball position dito sa 8 ball. Tingnan natin kung makakuha siya ng magandang ball position dito sa 8 ball. Kumuha siya ng extension para sa magandang tira.
Maybe a foot or two. Leave himself near the second diamond, and that's maybe a bit further than he wanted, but still a fairly straightforward 8 in the side.
Yes, a little betwixt and between.
Last ball si Efren Bata Reyes, no, at mukhang ipapasokin niya dito sa side pocket itong 8 at pupuntos dito ulit si Reyes. Panalo si Reyes sa rack number 3, 2-1 ang score natin, lamang si Reyes, at si Efren Bata Reyes pa rin ang magbe-break dito sa rack number 4. Tingnan natin kung makapasok na ng bola si Reyes dito sa break niya sa rack number 4, no? Dalawang break na niya at parating dry break. Tingnan natin tong pangatlong break ni Reyes.
Where they are at the moment, Phil, they've been playing non-stop, at least 5 matches per day each player. As we see,
at makita natin mukhang pangatlong break, dry break pa rin dito kay Reyes, no? Mukhang minamalas talaga siya sa break. Back to table itong si Rodney Morris, at tingnan natin kung makakuha siya ng magandang tira at ball position dito sa rack number 4.
Age, advancing years equals lack of stamina, but throughout his career he's always enjoyed proving people incorrect.
At the moment, it's not proving any different about his break-off. We heard him talking to Alison Fisher yesterday in one of his pre-match interviews, and when Alison mentioned making a ball off the break, he laughed and said, yes, if only I could make a ball off the break. Had another laugh, so he knows
5 in the corner.
it's a slight weakness in his game, but he also knows that's it. And as I said, even with his statistics not being that great at breaking off, it still hasn't stopped him from getting to the final. And with a shout to win the biggest prize in pool or Q Sports history.
Corner pocket.
By the way, just for the record, if you're wondering which player ran the most racks from the break in the tournament, it was Oliver Ortmann, the German. He finished 4th and went back to Germany with $80,000. Overall, he ran 93 racks from the break.
6 on the side.
Only 4 more than this man. And of course, Morris has the opportunity to catch and
4 balls,
even surpass that number.
Yes, and he's looking good here, isn't he? Just a delicate shot, trying to nudge the 8 house into a potable position. I think he's just done it.
Mukhang bumabalik na rin talaga yung magandang tira dito ni Rodney Morris, no? At ito, last ball siya dito sa 8 ball. At mukhang papapasokin dito sa side pocket. Pasok at tumabla si Rodney Morris dito sa rack number 4 at siya ang magbe-break sa rack number 5. Tabla tayo ang score natin, all 2, at mukhang bumalik na ang confidence ni Rodney Morris dito sa kanyang mga tira sa rack number 4. So tingnan natin kung maka-break siya at makapasok ng bola sa kanyang break. Si Rodney Morris ang magbe-break dito sa rack number 5.
Going down to the wire might be right. Certainly, early indications suggest neither player dominant. 2 racks each. First to 8 gets the nod.
Ball on the break. Mr. Reyes has ball in hand.
Well, we were wondering when we were going to see a ball potted off the break. We saw one there. Unfortunately, it was the cue ball.
Yeah, a poor mistake again. Something a pool player never wants to do, even in practice, scratch in the middle pocket. That's poor control.
Medyo pangit talaga ang break dyan ni Rodney Morris at tumalon ang bola at pumasok sa side pocket, no? Kaya ball in hand ngayon si Efren Bata Reyes para dito sa rack number 5. Mukhang makakagawa ng magandang tira dito dahil importante ang ball in hand para makakuha ka ng magandang ball positioning at mapanalo mo yung isang rack, no? At ito nga, back to table si Reyes, ball in hand. Tingnan natin kung maka-score siya dito sa rack number 5.
All kinds of choices.
Yeah, having a look at sorting out the group of balls near the 8. So you can see there's a couple of stripes and a solid. If he were to get rid of one of those now, would open up everything else for the rest of the clearance.
Game. 10 ball, corner.
So what he decided to do was nudge the solid 4 away from the 8. Leave that in open play. Now all he has to worry about is his other 6 stripes and is picking his chalk up as well.
$15 in the corner.
Something like a 15 or 16-hour time difference between Reno and Manila.
14, corner.
But that doesn't mean to say the pool-mad Filipinos will not be keeping tabs on this match. Keeping tabs doesn't really do it justice. They are total devotees of this game. And Efren Reyes is one of the country's leading sporting heroes.
Lots of running side. Just about got away with not Chinesing himself. He's okay though, he can roll the 9 in. Just run down the table to where he's looking at now. All he needs is to be fairly straight on the 12 ball into the centre.
9 ball, corner.
So just see him run through about a foot or so. Maybe a bit closer to the cushion than he would have wished.
12 to the side.
All he has to do is make sure the 7 doesn't get in the way of him and the 13. Again, just a gentle roll shot. Misses the 7. Goes a little bit close. However, that's pretty good. He's got a nice angle. Maybe too much angle. Certainly the straightforward shot would be to pot it slow and hold the cue ball that side of the table. As you can see, the 8 ball doesn't pass into the bottom right. So if he's got
Nakuha nga ng magandang posisyon itong si Efren Reyes, no? At mapapansin niyo dito, last ball siya dito sa 8 ball. Tingnan natin kung may papasok niya itong 8 ball para maka-score siya, no? At umabante dito. So tingnan natin kung makakuha ng magandang ball position si Reyes dito sa rack number 5. Pasok ang stripe ball na yan at nakakuha ng magandang ball position si Reyes para sa 8 doon sa corner pocket. Tingnan natin kung may pasok na yan para umabante siya ng isang puntos.
8 in the corner.
A shot that no cueist likes. He snatched at his upper body movement. The tension got the better of the maestro.
Malaking problema yung last ball na yan ni Efren Bata Reyes, no? Nagbintis, kaya ito nagkaroon ng chance si Rodney Morris dito sa rack number 5. Tingnan natin kung ma-run out ni Rodney Morris ito dahil maganda ang kalat ng bola at mapapansin natin, no, si Reyes medyo kinabahan doon sa huling tira niya na yon. Back to table si Morris at ito pilit niyang uubusin itong bola sa rack number 5.
His much younger opponent. Morris, by the way, will celebrate his 36th birthday in November.
Yes, I thought for those watching yesterday, we saw Oliver Ortman take on Efren Reyes, and I said at the time that Efren wasn't quite playing his perfect positional play that we expect of him, and he's probably just wondering to himself, just how did that happen? How did he end up just slightly wrong on the 8 to make it missable?
6 ball, corner.
And I feel he'll just have to improve on his positional play just that little bit if he wants to walk away with that $500,000.
Corner pocket.
Ito na nga yung kinakabahan ni Efren Bata Reyes. Talagang nag-uubos din ng bola itong si Rodney Morris, no? Pasok yung 4, muntik pang sumablay, pero ganun pa man, na-focus niya itong 8 dito sa corner pocket. Na-steal pa ni Rodney Morris itong rack number 5 kay Reyes, no? Kaya ito medyo masaya si Morris dito dahil umabante siya ng isang puntos. Si Morris ang magbe-break sa rack number 6.
Now it's down to a battle between a flamboyant American and a vastly experienced Filipino.
10 ball. The super draw.
Eureka! Finally we see a ball made from the break, and the first to break through, Morris.
Yeah, can you believe it's taken 6 racks to do it? Quite astonishing.
Umayos na ang break dyan ni Rodney Morris, no? At nakapasok siya ng bola sa kanyang break, kaya meron siyang chance na yun na makapili ng magagandang set-up ball. Ito nga, pinili niya itong solid ball dito sa rack number 6. Tingnan natin kung makarun out si Morris dito sa rack number 6 at siya pa rin ang nasa table. Maganda ang set nitong rack number 6 para kay Morris.
Self-defeating.
Absolutely, Phil. He's got to play his own game. That's the only way he's going to win. And really with a very good opportunity to take a 2-rack lead. real problems. He's got the 5 and the 2 sitting over both middle pockets. He's got a nice opportunity now to take the 2 and get rid of the 7, which is his only ball that's slightly out of position.
At mukhang makaka-run break talaga dito si Morris, no? Break and run dito sa rack number 6. Last 3 balls si Morris dito sa rack number 6. Mukhang makaka-run out nga siya dito. Tingnan natin kung matapos niya itong 3 bola na ito sa rack number 6.
Having a side. 5 ball, side pocket. 8 ball, side.
It's looking like a very well needed break and run for Morris.
Pasok ang bola, no? Mukhang umabante talaga dyan si Rodney Morris. 4-2 yung score natin. Si Morris pa rin ang magbe-break sa rack number 7. Tingnan natin kung may pumasok na bola. At mukhang walang pumasok na bola at dry break dito si Morris, kaya back to table si Efren Reyes. Tingnan natin kung makabawi si Reyes sa score dito sa rack number 7.
Well, 1 out of 7, that's virtually unheard of.
Yeah, so in the slow cloth, we've talked about it all week, really does make a difference when it comes to the break-off. The balls don't gather the momentum as they do on a 9-ball break-off with a faster cloth. And you just wonder as well, Phil, with the players, the quality of these players who seem to be pretty much being able to run out anyway when they are at the table, is it not worth just letting them break off and maybe making the break alternate breaks instead of winner breaks, and just making it so that they are going to get one off the break?
13 in the corner.
Because there's nothing worse as a player, and you can't get on a roll if you can't carry on that and get on the table and get winning off the break and get going. It's hard to get the fluency going.
And certain tables undoubtedly react differently from others. Look at the match we saw in the final group between Dennis Okulyu and Mika Immonen. Okulyu prevailed by 8 racks to 0, running 7 from the break. Chalk and cheese to this.
Yeah, and that also probably put pay to Immonen's chances, even though he won 3 out of his next 4 matches.
14 in the corner.
Efren Reyes sneaked ahead on percentage of racks won and lost. Mika Immonen was just nudged out into 3rd place. Oliver Ortman came 4th. Dennis Orcullo, we just mentioned, he came 5th. And Corey Jewell came 6th out of the 6-man group yesterday.
10 ball.
Yes, and just to dot the I's and cross the T's, I can tell you the best British place finisher was Carl Boyes from Yorkshire. 8th overall to win just under $41,000. And Mick Hill from the West Midlands, he finished 9th. Well done to both of those two.
Corner.
Short of pace, annoyed. The 9-ball will cut up to the bottom right-hand pocket.
Yeah, certainly not as easy as he would have wanted it. Just the 9 left, as you can see on the graphic.
Last 2 balls si Reyes at makita natin aiming siya dito sa stripe ball doon sa corner pocket. Napakaganda nung tira na yun ni Efren Bata Reyes para makakuha siya ng best ball position dito sa 8 sa side pocket. At ito nga, tinuro niya ang 8 sa side pocket para pumuntos ulit ng isa pang punto si Reyes dito sa rack number 7. Pasok ang 8, 4-3 yung score dyan at lamang pa rin ng isang punto si Rodney Morris, no? At si Reyes naman ang magbe-break dito sa rack number 8. Tingnan natin kung makapenetrate na siya ng isang bola dito sa break.
But all Efren Reyes is concerned is making a ball off the break.
Mukhang ganun pa rin talaga ang break ni Reyes, no? Pang-apat na break na ito ni Reyes na nagkaroon siya ng problema dahil a dry break, no? Walang pumapasok sa mga break ni Reyes. Kaya back to table itong si Rodney Morris at mukhang may chance siya na maka-overtake pa rin ng 2 puntos, no? 4-3 ang score natin dito, lamang si Rodney Morris. At dito sa rack number 8, nasa table ngayon si Morris at pumipili siya ng set of ball sa kanyang tira.
Well, maybe I need to change my shot selection, maybe do this a bit differently, try this out. Then you're not really thinking on the game at hand.
Ball, corner.
Electing stripes.
So Reyes, even though he may have thought it a good idea to try a different break, could cause very costly, and might be well advised to just keep that for the practice room next time. Saying that, not the best positional shot for Morris. He's okay. He can keep going with another stripe pot. But positional wise, it's not the easiest of clearances, it doesn't look. The 11 ball is the ball that's probably going to cause him the most trouble. As you can see, it's the red stripe 11, which is down near Morris's side of the table. And there's a couple of stripes, a couple of solids rather, that are getting in the way of getting a nice position onto it.
12 minutes side. 12 ball side pocket.
If that 11 wasn't there, he wouldn't have any problems really. He's just got the 12 in the side, and his last 2 stripes near the 8. However, that 11 is there. That's why we're seeing him take his time. A bit more thinking to do about this than normal. Has this gone wrong? No, he's okay, he's missed the 4, it's a good shot. Elected to try and get on that awkward 11 straight away. Played it very nicely. Now you should have no problems really. Just maybe a bit of draw on the cue ball. Bring the cue ball back, avoid those solids.
Well, again, just jumped on the shot. The technique, not good enough.
Well, it wasn't there for that, was it?
Mukhang maganda yung tira doon sana ni Rodney Morris, pero sumablay siya, no, dahil medyo manipis ang tira niya na yon. At mukhang kinakabahan na dito si Rodney Morris. Back to table naman si Efren Reyes at mukhang meron siyang planong i-run out itong rack number 8 na ito. Tingnan natin kung clean up ni Efren Reyes itong rack number 8. Makita natin dyan, very disappointed si Rodney Morris, no? At no choice siya kung di panoorin na lang muna itong si Efren Reyes sa kanyang tira dito sa rack number 8.
They're both well aware. They said so in their pre-match comments that this is the biggest match they've ever been involved in. And they've been involved in thousands.
Well, he didn't get one off the break, but he's got a chance to make up for that. I'm pretty sure he's underhit that. Yeah, he's looking a bit mystified. Wanted the simple 7 in the centre. Might still be able to cut it in.
Then you know, Roxton, that's what happens when tightness gets into the cue arm. More likely to dig into the cue ball, maybe stun it when you want to let it flow around the table, and that leads to position coming up short.
Seven in the side.
Plenty of side on the cue ball, nicely done. He was okay in the end, but he's got to be careful
Ball.
with his clearance. He's got the 1 and the 6 close to one another in the centre of the table. Trying to get onto those now. And again, well underhit.
Looks to the heavens. Under normal circumstances, he'd just get down and pot this without really bothering. But when the degree of difficulty is cranked up just a little, those pockets mentally shrink.
Six ball, corner pocket. Side pocket. 6 in the side. Combination.
Well, he's called the 6 into the side. He must have spotted a combination from the 1 first.
Napakahusay nung pakarga na yan ni Efren Bata Reyes, no? Combination sa side pocket doon sa solid ball na 6 ball, no? At dahil dyan, gumanda yung kanyang ball positioning dito sa preparation na yan. At nakita natin talagang mahusay yung tira na yan ni Efren Reyes. Pasok ang sa ace doon sa side pocket at ito nga. Napakahusay nung cut na yun sa side pocket nitong si Reyes, no? At makikita natin dyan, gumanda ang ball positioning niya dito sa solid ball.
Got away with his clearance by the looks of it.
Side pocket. 8 in the side.
Last ball sa side pocket, pumasok ang 8. Mukhang nakatabla dito si Reyes, no? Tied ang score natin sa 4 rocks at makita natin mukhang nakabawi ng konti dyan si Reyes. Si Reyes pa rin ang magbe-break dito sa rock number 9 at makikita natin medyo nakaginhawa na si Reyes dahil tumabla na siya dito sa score. Pang-5 break ni Reyes, tingnan natin kung makapasok na siya dito. Ganon pa rin, no, sa lahat ng break ni Reyes. 5 break, walang pumasok, dry break lahat ang nangyari dyan. Kaya very disappointed si Reyes sa mga break niya. Back to table naman si Rodney Morris para makapili siya ng set of ball dito sa rack number 9.
And also not a very good split. Rodney Morris will be doing well to clear from this position. Quite a number of the solids and stripes not making it to the halfway point of the table.
Roxton, it was always going to be very difficult to predict the outcome of this one and how it would progress. But no one could have foreseen the lack of success that both players are having with the break. It's extraordinary.
It is quite astonishing, yes. I mean, even as I say, the players having problems with their breaks, but you still wouldn't expect the lack of the results we've had. But in a way it's fitting that a player, okay, we have got winner breaks in these rules, so it is nice that maybe we're not seeing somebody walk away with a match, Phil. It's kept tight. One of the reasons, yes, because they're not making a ball off the break.
As we mentioned earlier in the tournament, but if you're watching this event for the first time, I'll just repeat it. It is theoretically possible for a player to win the lag and run all 8 racks from his break, and consequently for his opponent not to have a single shot. It's unlikely, but
3 in the corner.
it is possible.
Oh, come on, baby. Woo.
One thing we haven't mentioned, we've talked about the $500,000 first prize. The runner-up is consoled with a check for $150,000.
Ball, corner pocket.
So a $350,000.
Nakakuha nga ng mga magagandang ball positioning itong si Rodney Morris, no, at mukhang makaka-run out siya dito sa rack number 9. At ito aiming siya sa side pocket dito sa 6 ball. Pumasok ngayon at last ball siya dito sa 8 ball, no, doon sa corner pocket. Konting cut niya dito sa 8 ball. At ito nga dineclare niya doon sa corner pocket. Papapasukin itong 8 ball para maka-score siya ng isa pang puntos. Pasok ang 8 ball, 5-4 ang score natin dyan. Lamang ng isang puntos si Rodney Morris at mukhang nakabalik siya sa kanyang momentum. Siya pa rin ang magbe-break dito sa rack number 10.
Well, I can't believe he's done it again. That's twice.
Na ball scratch si Rodney Morris dyan, no? Pangalawang ball scratch ni Rodney Morris, at ito ball in hand naman kay Efren Bata Reyes, kaya meron siyang magandang chance na maipanalo niya itong rack number 10, dahil kapag naka ball in hand ka talaga makakuha ka ng magandang ball positioning at saka makakita ka ng makakapili ka ng magandang set of balls, no, dito sa rack number 10.
Well, they say that truth is stranger than fiction. When you're going off the break, it's not just surrendering control. 9 times out of 10, you place your opponent in a position of overwhelming superiority in the rack.
Yes, and normally with the amount of balls on the table, all 15 all there, there's going to be 1 or 2 that are normally blocking one another, and Reyes with a chance to immediately sort that out.
Six in the corner.
He felt that was the problem ball, so he's knocked it down.
Four ball, corner. Five ball, corner.
Going for the slightly more difficult but still straightforward enough really for Efren, taking the 5 down the rail, and wants the cue ball to slow down. Indeed it has, a very nice shot. I thought maybe he was going to roll it in. He tried a soft screw, controlled it perfectly.
2 in the side. One in the side.
Yes, and Efren well known for using the angles. Didn't decide to just play a stun and then maybe a screw shot. He's wisely left a nice angle on the 3 so he can use the cushions, use some side, leave himself in the centre of the table, which most players are often trying to
At nakakuha nga ng magandang momentum itong si Efren Reyes sa rack number 10. Ito, last 2 balls siya. Aiming siya dito sa solid ball para sa corner pocket. At makakuha siya ng ball position dito sa 8 sa side pocket naman. Pero ganun pa man, ang ginawa ni Efren Reyes dito, pinilit niya dito sa corner pocket, no? At ito nga aiming sa 8 ball. Pasok ang 8, tumabla na naman si Reyes dito sa rack number 10. 5 piece, no? Ang score natin 5 all. Si Reyes ang magbe-break sa rack number 11. Tingnan natin tong pang 6 na break ni Reyes kung makapasok na siya ng isang bola sa break na to. Mukhang gano'n na naman, no? Minalas na naman si Efren Reyes sa pang-6 na break niya. Wala pa siyang naipapasok na bola sa mga break ni Reyes dito sa major event na ito. Back to table itong si Rodney Morris at maganda ang ball position. Makakapili siya ng magandang set of balls dito. Kaya tingnan natin kung maka-score ulit itong si Rodney Morris. Ang score natin guys, 5 all, raised to 8. Kaya 3 sets of rack na lang para malaman natin kung sinong mananalo dito sa pinakamalaking pustahan, no? Sa larangan ng 8 ball. $500,000 US dollars.
Doesn't look like he's got an easy stripe to go out to get started, so looks like he'll probably take the solids. What he's looking at there, he's got his 5. Well, if he does take solids, that is, there's a solid 5, but next to that there's stripe. And he knows at some point he's going to have to break into those 2, whether he takes stripes or solids. So, well, solids it is then.
Four ball, corner.
One thing in Rodney Morris's favour in this clearance is he's got his solid 3, which goes into the centre, the left centre, and that's very close to his blocked 5 ball. So he might have an opportunity then to leave an angle on the 3 to break it out. He's not happy though, he hasn't left a nice shot. He might be able to have a go for the 3 now and break the 5 out.
Wow. That is great.
The other thing, of course, he's so close to the 6. If he could pot the 3,
Right up in the ball.
if maybe he needed to impart some spin, he may not be able to do that to get into the 5. So that may not be on.
Two in the corner.
2 ball.
Yeah, and he's decided not to play it because he knows he won't be able to get the 5 out of this visit, and he needs to leave the 3 there to enable him to do it at a later visit. So taking on the harder 2 ball. Pretty good shot. He's still going.
Yes, but it's getting more and more problematic.
Again, tight on the rail. He can't do anything spin-wise with the cue ball.
When he embarked on this intended clearance right at the start of the rack, he knew in the back of his mind it was not going to be smooth. It's one of those where something special is required. One or maybe two golden shots to open things up.
Yeah, and he's just had a quick look at the 6 into the top corner, and that doesn't look a bad shot because...
Ito mukhang makakapuntos dito. Aiming si Rodney Morris, no? Sa 6 ball sa corner pocket. Mukhang makapal yung tira ni Rodney Morris. Sumablay na naman at makita natin dito na kinakabahan talaga si Rodney Morris sa mga tira niya, no? Pang-apat na niya na beses na magmintis dyan sa mga tira na yan. At nakita natin kailangan niyang i-break yung naka-cluster ball na yun, pero hindi niya naman naipasok yung solid ball na 6 balls sa corner pocket. Back to table si Efren Reyes at tingnan natin kung maka-run out siya dito sa rack number 11. Mukhang crucial game na ito at crucial match. Very disappointed na naman si Rodney Morris sa kanya mga mistakes, no? At pangatlong mistakes na ni Rodney Morris yan sa pagmintis, sa pagtira, no? At malaking dagok sa kanya yan. Ito si Bata Reyes naman, back to table at tinitingnan niya yung magandang chance niya na may ipanalo itong rack number 11.
In his own mind, Roxton, he'll be thinking he should win it from here.
Well, indeed, he should win it from here, Phil. We know what's at stake. However, no real problems to be seen. The only possible awkward ball be the 15 next to the 8. But he's immediately decided to get rid of the stripe that was blocking that. Good to see that he's still thinking straight. That is his only problem ball, purely because it only goes into the bottom right pocket. If it was available into the bottom left, it would seem to take no time at all getting down and clear these up, I'm sure.
10 on the side. $14 in the corner.
Looks like he's going to leave the 15 for his last ball.
9 ball.
Get rid of the 9 down the rail. Just needs to leave himself a nice angle from here to get onto his final stripe. That looks pretty good. So you can see just a slight angle, that's all he needs.
12 on the side.
Rodney Morris has led this match on 3 separate occasions. Efren Reyes, it would appear, about to do the same.
At ito nga, last 2 balls si Reyes, aiming siya dito sa stripe ball sa corner pocket para sa tira niya. At tingnan natin kung magawa niya ng position ang 8. Itinulak ng konti, napakahusay talaga ng kanyang decision doon, no? Para makakuha siya ng magandang ball position sa 8 na itulak niya at naipasok ang 15. Last ball si Reyes dito sa rack number 11 at mukhang aabante na si Reyes dito, no? Pasok ang 8 sa corner pocket. 6-5 ang score natin, lamang na si Reyes dyan. At si Reyes pa rin ang magbe-break dito sa rack number 12. Tingnan natin sa pang-7 break ni Reyes kung may maipasok na siyang bola. Ayun, buti na lang may naipasok siya doon sa side pocket, no? Ngayon meron na siyang chance na makapili ng magandang bola at ngayon binigyan siya ng chance na makapagpasok ng bola sa kanyang break. At ito nga, Mukhang sinuswerte talaga dito si Efren Bata Reyes. Pang-pitong break, doon pa lang siya nakapasok ng isang bola. Aiming si Reyes dito sa solid ball sa side packet. Pasok ang 6, kaya solid ball ang mga bola ni Reyes dito sa rack number 12. Tingnan natin kung maka-run out siya dito.
A Filipino, who you can see in the picture there, now based in the United States and a very fine player in his own right.
Yes, and no doubt he would have done. Players are allowed to talk to their corner men in between visits, in between racks. I'm sure he would have said, just make one off the break, Efren. But not the best positional shot.
Three in the side.
He's played that nicely though, just gone through far enough to leave himself a shot on the 2 ball. So Efren Reyes looking like he's just starting to take control of this match now.
7 in the side.
That's not as bad a shot as you might think, because he's left himself a nice angle. As long as he makes the 5, should be looking good for the rack, just for 4 left afterwards.
Heart in mouth. Thought he'd missed it. He did grossly overcut the ball, but he just about found the pocket.
But yes, and also Phil, has he left himself all queuing on this 4? I believe he has. And that's going to make it a lot harder for him to get onto the 8, because he can't just stun it in, he's got to bring the cue ball out.
4 ball, corner.
Not sure that the 8 does go into the bottom right. If it does, he's okay, he should be able to just roll it in.
And if you're bridging over an intervening ball and hitting down on the cue ball, the likelihood can be that you impart unwanted side spin.
He just made that again. Now, did he play for it in this pocket, Phil?
I think he wanted to hit the ball into the opposite corner of the pocket and come out and leave himself the 8 ball.
Last ball si Efren Reyes, no, medyo merong nakaharang ng konti dito sa kanyang corner pocket. At ito nga, aiming sa 8, tumama doon sa 11, patay tayo dyan at nagminti si Reyes. At open ang table dito kay Rodney Morris sa rack number 12. Medyo minalas talaga dyan, kumis ng konti doon sa 11 hole, no? At ito nga, nagkaroon siya ng problema dito sa kanyang last ball. Ang score pa naman natin ay 6-5. Ito back to table si Rodney Morris. Very disappointed naman si Reyes dyan sa last ball na tira niya na yan. Tingnan natin kung makabawi dito si Rodney Morris sa rack number 12.
I think maybe he's just going for pure accuracy. He knows that had it hit the first angle, there was less chance of it going in rather than hitting the far angle.
Nag-play safe dito si Rodney Morris, no, at mukhang desidido na si Efren Reyes na tirahin itong 8. Okay, so nag-decide si Reyes na pinahin na itong 8, pero nag-warning ang referee sa kanya, baka tumama dito sa 15 ball itong cue ball. Tingnan natin kung matatamaan ni Reyes itong 8 muna bago itong 15. Pagmasdan natin mga kaibigan, mga kabilyar. Pumasok ang 8, mukhang foul ito, at mabilis ang tama doon sa 15. At ito nga, Foul nga si Efren Reyes dyan, nauna yung 15. At ang rules natin, kapag naipasok ang 8 at na merong foul, automatic ang point ibibigay doon sa kanyang kalaban. So, ang score natin ngayon, 6-all. Si Rodney Morris ang panalo doon dahil nagkaroon ng fault at foul si Reyes sa kanyang pagpasok sa 8. Mukhang binigyan niya pa ng chance itong si Rodney Morris, no? Kaya all 6 ang score natin. Si Rodney Morris ang magbe-break sa rack number 13. Tingnan natin kung maka-break and run si Morris. Yun na naman, pangatlong scratch na ito ni Morris, no? Scratch na naman sa side pocket si Morris. Mukha talaga minamalas dito si Rodney Morris. Pangatlong ball scratch niya nito sa laban nito sa pagbe-break niya. Si Reyes naman walang maipasok, pero si Rodney Morris naman puro scratch ang nangyayari. At ito malaking problema ito dahil ball in hand si Reyes dito sa rack number 13 at mukhang makakahanap na magandang ball positioning itong si Reyes. Tingnan natin kung makarun out si Reyes dito sa rack number 13.
Well, that certainly wasn't a highlight.
Disgusting.
A solitary in off, forgivable. 2, well, a little galling. 3, inexcusable.
14 in the corner.
Yes, of course, and whoever wins this rack will have the break effectively to win the title. If they can get one off the break, that is, and run the rack. You never know, maybe an 8-ball as well. It's always a possibility. Rodney Morris has in fact made an 8 off the break during this tournament. So it is possible, highly unlikely though given the slow cloth. Players just happy to get one in.
So, how will Reyes react to losing
13 in the corner.
the previous rack in such bizarre circumstances? It isn't very often in this game that you actually pot the 8-ball, don't scratch, and still lose the rack in question. He's certainly got the experience to cope with that adversity. Has he got the composure?
12 in the corner.
Well, he's got his last 4 stripes down this end of the table, making positional play considerably easier and less pressurised for him.
10 ball, corner. $15 in the corner.
So a nice angle to come out into the table. Has he hit it enough? He hasn't. Well, he wanted to be a good 3 or 4 inches higher up the table than that. He might just be able to hold the cue ball with a soft screw. Certainly not as he would have wanted. Taking some time out, probably a good idea, given all that's gone on in this match so far.
Aiming si Reyes dito sa corner pocket, sa stripe ball. At napakaganda nung pina na yun ni Reyes, no? Pumasok yung stripe ball. At last ball si Reyes dito sa rack number 13. At ito nga, pinili niya itong corner pocket para sa 8 ball. Tingnan natin kung maipasok ni Reyes at umabante na ng 1 puntos. Pasok ang 8 at nauna sa hill itong si Reyes, no? 7-6 ang score natin dito at mukhang maganda ang pinapakita ni Reyes. At si Reyes pa rin ang magbe-break sa last rack dito sa rack number 14. At Tingnan natin kung makapasok pa rin ng bola si Reyes dito sa break, no? Mukhang minamala siya kanina. 6 na break, walang pumasok. Pero ito, pang 8 break ni Reyes. Tingnan natin. Yun, may pumasok na isang bola doon sa corner pocket at nagulat pa si Efren Reyes doon. Kaya meron na ngayon chance si Reyes para makapanalo dito sa kanilang match, no? Dahil sa matinding pangangailangan ni Reyes sa yun, no, nagkaroon ng bounce at bounce back doon sa ball sa ibaba, kaya naipasok yung bola na yun. Nandiyan pa rin sa table si Reyes at tinitingnan niya yung magandang mga set of ball para sa kanyang tira dito sa last rack number 14. Pagmasdan natin si Reyes at mukhang pinapakita na itong trophy, no? Tingnan natin kung mapanalo ni Reyes itong rack number 14.
On the side.
Well, you've got to say it's not a bad split. If you wanted to break with a chance to clear up. He's having a good look. There's a stripe
Kick.
potentially blocking this pocket,
6 ball, corner.
and he may well decide to play the 6 off it. Be a good shot if he could. It will open up the pocket for the 7. But not a shot he wants to be playing at this stage.
Ito na yung moment of truth. Makikita natin, very critical itong tira na ito ni Reyes, no? At mukhang ipapakarombolan niya itong 6 ball, cushion first dito sa 13 ball, nakaharang. At sinipat niya ng mabuti itong sa ace, cushion first para ipakarambolan niya dito sa ball number 11. At ito nga, kinaliwa pa ni Reyes, napakalupit, binigyan niya pa ng partida. Pasok yung sa ace, napakahusay talaga ni Reyes. At dahil dyan, nakakuha siya ng magandang ball positioning sa 5 dito sa side pocket. Mukhang makaka-run out nga si Reyes dito sa last rack.
This was good to watch, left-handed as well. Perfect contact. 6 was always going to go in off it if he got the right contact on it. And he's getting scarily close to this title. Saying that, I think he's got the wrong angle on the 5.
Yes, overscrewed.
Dito lang.
He can get through to the 2. Sitting over the top left pocket. So he's still got nice options to stay on the table. And really, even though he's taking a bit of time over this, Rodney Morris will be hoping for something similar to what happened in the last rack in order for Reyes to give him a chance to get back into this.
Two. 3 ball. 2 ball. 2 ball.
Using the angles as he does so well.
1 ball, side pocket.
Getting ever closer.
Yeah, and he needs to leave an angle on his last solid because the 8 only goes into the bottom right. So he has to leave himself a nice angle. He's just having a look where he wants the cue ball.
3 ball, corner pocket.
He's changed his mind. He's going to pop the 3 and leave the angle on the 1 to go down for the 8. Has to be careful because he has to get the right angle on this. Has he gone far enough? Not sure he has.
So near, and yet so far. Sunny disposition, Efren Reyes, always smiling. And even in this crucible of pressure, he sees the funny side.
One ball. Side.
Yeah, I think he knows he was just gesturing that maybe he should have played to leave the three.
The moment of truth, last two ball si Reyes dito sa kanyang last rack. Side pocket, pumasok at nakakuha siya ng magandang ball position dito sa 8. Tutok na tutok ang 8. At yun, mukhang last tira ni Reyes para sa $500,000 US, no? At ito nga, mukhang kailangan nang ipasok ni Reyes ito at para masilyuhan na itong panalo niya dito kay Rodney Morris. At alam naman natin si Efren Bata Reyes kapag mga big ticket game, hindi ito natatalo. Kaya last rack si Reyes dito sa last ball. Tinisipat ng mabuti ni Reyes dahil ito yung pinakamalaking pera na pwede niyang matanggap. 7-6 ang score, last ball si Reyes at sinipat niya ng mabuti itong kanyang pinakamalaking panalo, $500,000 US. Pasok ang 8, panalo si Reyes ng $500,000 US. Congratulations Efren Bata Reyes for your achievements. Thank you guys sa panonood. See you on my next video.
He was the king of the hill in Orlando, Florida back in December. Now he's the king of Reno. You know, Roxton, at the age of 52, the overwhelming majority of sportsmen either bask in the glory of past achievements or wonder what might have been. Reyes just keeps rolling along.
Ladies and gentlemen, the IPT 8-ball champion of the world, Efren Reyes. $500,000 and the trophy. Thank you, Efren.
That is Kevin Trudeau, the founder of the IPT Tour, handing over the greenbacks. Wonderful tournament, Roxton, and as it turned out, a dramatic finish.
Yes, wasn't it a fantastic final? Nearly went all the way. Efren just about hung on. Got the break at 7-6.